morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you may be, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to another edition of HCW Show Squared, the show with the usual format or formula of the defunct HCW podcast, and it's powered to the power of, you guessed it, 2. I'm your host, as always, Dan, DP, as we all say nowadays, D-P-Z, yeah, and I am joined by, of course, my illustrious co-star and the guy who's pretty much now a staple of this particular channel, of this series, of podcasts. And of course, joined by MIC Craig. Craig, how are you?
You know me, that's M-I-C, Craig, aka Mr. Impact. Yeah, I'm good. It's once again a busy old week of wrestling, but
And that was just NXT.
yeah. At least we've got two-way storytelling for both companies again. So
Well, it's good to see the
it's a lot.
collaboration, I guess.
Yep, that NXT TNA relationship is. It didn't do it properly, but you get the gesture.
Yeah. But the collaboration.
Yeah. Maybe it will be very much at some point, but for now at least it's not.
But no, before we get started, I thought I'd just throw something at you. We were discussing off recording about a song that came out recently from Chapel Roan. We'll go into it because it's obviously probably copyrighted and all that. But I thought, what if he, changed the lyrics a little? I made about this show. So, without further ado, I bring to you SHOWSQUARED. That's right, it is Show Squared with your host DP and Craig.
Round of applause.
Thank you.
And clip.
Yes, that is the entire reason. No, legitimately, I thought about it this morning, and I was like, what can I do to actually make it relevant? And I was like, that'll work. Just
Yep. Why not?
came up with it this morning in like 2 attempts, and I was like, just memorize that.
Hey, you can't be sued if it's considered a what's the word? But every word's escaping my head, and that's really frustrating.
It's legally different.
Parody, that's the word.
Parody, yeah, it's legally different from the actual source.
There's no copyright rules on a parody.
Exactly.
Otherwise, Weird Al would be in a lot of debt.
Yeah, very true. But no, how are you, Craig?
Yeah, all good. Just prepping for Victory Road tonight, and whatever else is coming in the next week or so.
Yeah. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into things. Of course, we're not joined by Nikki or by Mike for this episode. They're just both busy, and things happen, so it is what it is. Hopefully back next week, but we'll see.
Life.
Exactly, life. So it's just me and Craig because neither of us have lives.
Wrestling.
Woo! So this is for NXT, the 10th of September. Literally the first thing we see are people arriving to the venue in the parking lot. So, we see Trick Williams, Jordan Grace, and the newest signing to NXT, Julia. All of which have Jada Parker in the background with a baseball bat. She's just chilling in the parking lot with a bat, as you do.
Yeah, just giving everyone the side eye.
Yeah.
Bombastic side eye.
Yeah. They go to the ring area. Sorry. And I think I missed something, or they must have announced something on social media or something, because apparently the match that we were meant to be getting between Fraxium, Fraser and Axiom, and the Rascals is not happening. So, don't know why. Apparently they're being filled in by the Street Profits. So I'm like, oh, okay. Not what I thought we were getting, but cool, I guess.
From what I've seen, apparently Trey Miguel needed some minor surgery, so they couldn't compete. But they also get into more later on. But it's they spun it nicely, so
yeah,
it fitted.
Yeah.
But yeah, Trey had to get some surgery. He was medically cleared. Was hurt for 6 weeks, but medically cleared to fight on NXT last week. But re-aggravated on an injury and had to have surgery. So
fair
it
enough.
sucks.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I'm sure we'll get that at some point in the future. But for now, we have the WWE NXT Tag Team Championship match starting things off. We have the team of Fraxium, the champions, Nathan Fraser and Axiom, taking on the Street Profits, Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins. They get a huge pop, they get a welcome back chant, they get everything going for them. So of course, this match is here. Two very good tag teams. Should be a very good match. And of course, it would be great when the Fraction win and retain the titles, right? Turns out, no. The match ends in a no contest when the fucking Bloodline interfere and take out both teams.
Mate, that felt like a huge deal.
Yeah.
And this is no disrespect to Solo, because I love Solo from like the Sefer Fatu days. I've always been a fan of Solo.
Yeah.
These three do not need Solo.
Well,
Of that one thing, they do not need Solo.
One does.
See my TikTok for further.
No, Tamo and Jacob are phenomenal in their role. And Tonga did a good job to stand up straight without falling over. So, good job, buddy. Yeah, they come out, they wipe out both teams, and hitting their signature moves on Dawkins, which include like a weird wheelbarrow facebuster thingy.
Basically the Magic Killer, but
reverse.
Not in the shoulder.
Yeah.
So yeah, Magic Killer.
Yeah, it's a reverse Magic Killer from the mid level rather than the higher level, followed by a Jacob Fatu splash from top rope, which you don't want to take, really. I rated this 3.25 stars, the match itself. I enjoyed what we got here. I gotta say, 2024 Street Profits aren't all that interesting to me. I'm not that bothered by them. I like them in NXT. I liked them for the start bit of main roster, but after that, I kind of got bored of them. I was more intrigued by the idea of a Montez heel turn. Sorry, no, Dawkins heel turn, sorry. That they were sort of teasing at the tail end, I think, of 2022. Or maybe the start of 2023.
Yeah.
And then Montez do the solo chamber, have that stand-up performance that he had there. And I thought, we're going more towards the Dawkins heel turn here. I'm more down for that than I am for them continuing teaming. But change of regime happened, so now they're back to teaming again. So I mean, I'm not bothered by Profits in all honesty. I'm glad they came back. It's a great pop for them. It's a good thing for NXT as well, because they're probably one of the better regarded teams in the history of NXT. But I don't know. I feel like just you could have given them a clean loss here to Fraxium, and then have Bloodline come in and attack, because I know you're protecting the Profits here with this, but they didn't need protecting. Their main was the team, and Fraxium could have done with a win.
Yeah, I do have to agree that so to the Street Profits, I never really got on the hype behind them. I understand how good they are in the ring, but beyond that, I've never really been that. Even in NXT, I wasn't that invested in them. Like the only match I can really remember the Street Profits the ladder match.
Yeah.
And I can't even remember the rest of the teams in that match, apart from the Forgotten Sons.
Yeah.
Because that was their only push. That's all I can remember from Street Profits in NXT.
Yeah.
On main roster, like sometimes it felt like they won the tag titles because there was no one else to win the tag titles.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, that is the general feel that there was, I think.
Yeah,
But
so
I think that is a common theme though. I think with the main roster is that the tag divisions always looked a bit weaker.
yeah, it's never been. I think it's very strong now, but it's just this match was a banger. I really enjoyed this match as much as I want it to be the Rascals, and I know they will do it, but I did enjoy this match. I honestly was like when Tez hit the splash, I was like, are they actually, is this gonna happen? Are the Street Profits actually gonna win the tag titles? And then Tamatonga pops up. It's like, okay, this has got a whole lot more interesting.
Yeah.
And then the rest came in, and
But
Jacob Fatu was just a.
I think that's more a compliment to the bloodline, as it is, a detriment to the Profits. Because the bloodline come in, you're invested, you're interested, because they're the most booked thing outside of Drew McIntyre and CM Punk and Cody Rhodes, like that they're going to put effort into. Whereas everyone else has been sort of, oh look, you can team together, yeah, that's fine, yeah, do your thing. Yeah. Whereas the bloodline have been like carefully built from was it 4 years ago now at this point, like when Roman came back. Like
in a while,
it's been a long time, and they've just carefully been building to that and building members with the Usos, the Sami Zayn saga, and then bringing in Solo as the enforcer, and then having Roman lose at Mania, having Solo take over the bloodline, and Solo bringing his own guys, like, and now Roman's back, and it's a whole saga of things going on with the bloodline that you're invested in no matter what. And even if you came into it now, like not being aware of the past, they've got a look.
Yeah, completely. It's a credit to them how, like, when Roman left, everyone thought, well, the bloodlines are going to fade away now. They can't. What they can do with the bloodline now?
Yeah.
And they kept it going. They kept you invested. Like, it's been fantastic, and the fact there's still more people to add to this. Like Rikishi has like 2 more sons.
Yeah.
You've got, like, they've all got at least 3 kids between them. This is going to go on for a while, and I'm so here for it because they've done a great job of it.
Yeah.
But seeing them on NXT felt like a huge deal because they are the biggest thing on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Like, you've got Solo who's tonight as we record is about to face Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship for the second time
and win the championship.
Oh, interesting.
He's not winning.
Just imagine that. Like, actually, when you're editing, so just put a picture of Solo in as a world champion if he wins it. Like, well, we all
called it.
The Profits did a great job, and so did Fraxia. They just really, really good. I want to see a singles match between Montez and Nathan Fraser now. I need that as singles. They smashed it, and I thought when the Bloodline got involved, I didn't know that was the Tongans finish. It's just like the Magic Killer, but slower and reversed.
Yeah.
I thought they were holding out Dawkins for Jacob to hit the splash on.
So did I.
That was so much better.
It would
might have hurt a hell of a lot more, but it would have looked so good. But no, yeah, this was just great. Like, don't necessarily know what's next for Fraxium now, but yeah, I'm all for what happened, and it's nice that because it felt big, so I can't Got no complaints.
And also, I think it's the first time they've appeared on NXT, the Bloodline. Outside of Solo being in NXT itself, but that was pre-Bloodline.
A little bit of a crossover.
Yeah.
When he won the North American title.
Yeah.
Took a step down and then came back.
Yeah, and then he's
because he couldn't.
Did he vacate it?
I think so. He vacated and competed in triple threat for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he vacated competing in triple threat for it. But because he was a SmackDown superstar. But Dominic Mysterio won this North American title nowhere else.
It ain't no matter because he took so many losses as being Roman's bodyguard. So many losses. Like, I think he had the worst win loss record of any member of the roster.
Really?
Like, he
beat John Cena.
Yeah, but I mean, he beat John Cena and then he lost every time.
Yeah. Really good segment. I liked it a lot.
Absolutely. Speaking of good segments, we move on to the next part of the show, which was the vignette from NXT Anonymous, revealing that Tony D'Angelo has hired someone to take on and potentially take out Overfemi. Though we don't know who they are because they're behind the screen, but they're pretty big.
Yes. Ouch. Spoiler alert, it wasn't. But for a brief second, I thought it was Moose. It looked a lot like Moose's build. But
quickly, I'll put a light on. In the meantime, just fill in the space with who you think it could have been, without being the actual answer.
Yeah, who is it? I thought Moose. I honestly didn't want to get my hopes up about it being someone from TNA because I didn't think it was going to be. So I just didn't have a clue. I legitimately thought, lost.
Now, did you give predictions of who it was?
No. I just thought Moose. Or Jake something, but...
Yeah. So my thoughts weren't... I didn't necessarily think TNA for this.
It was the "I don't know you" line which got me.
Yeah.
I don't know who you are. That's when I thought, what if it is? But I thought, why would Moose do it? He's got his own faction to deal with. So I really didn't expect it to be who it was.
Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you who I think it was, who I thought it was. I thought it was Omos.
Not a bad shout. Yeah,
that's legitimately who
see
it
that.
Was because like obviously someone from NXT watches the show, and we keep saying how Overeem was what they wanted from Omos.
Yeah.
So
I'm just maybe saying, Apollo.
It's a match down the line that they should probably do if they want to show how dominant Over can be. Having beat this massive giant of a man in Omos.
Yeah.
The giant ninja. Before
he gets future endeavored, because
it's coming.
I don't like his chances.
Yeah, it's coming. Unfortunately, obviously don't wish on anyone, but
yeah.
I think it is just coming. It's like he's not doing anything anyway right now. So unless he's like injured or something, I don't know what he's doing.
His booking with AJ was so strong.
Yeah.
And then just MVP picked up again, but then like no, it's
yeah.
Booking.
Speaking of booking, though, we go to the next one tonight. We go into the WWE debut of Julia as she takes on Chelsea Green.
Yes.
So before we get into this as well, there was a tweet put out from NXT saying, "Oh, Julia's debut match is going to be against Chelsea Green on next week's NXT," and Chelsea replied to saying, "Sorry, excuse me? This is clearly a mistake. I never approved this." Like,
I mean, I didn't see it because Chelsea Green to block me. You know. But yeah, I saw the on screen.
Chelsea, come on, Chelsea. You watch this, Chelsea. Unblock Craig. Come on. Let him see what you're tweeting out. You know. Look at him. Look, he's sad. He's sad he can't see your tweets. Chelsea. Look at him. Look.
I mean,
yeah, Junior wins. Shocker surprise there. With the knee strike and the Northern Lights bomb. I rated as 2 3/4 stars. It might seem low, but hear me out. For Julia's first WWE match, it was good. It was a match to showcase what Julia can do, and she did this point. In fact, she looked great here. But that's mainly a testament to Chelsea Green, who was practically the perfect dance partner for this affair. Saying that, Julia is probably getting used as well to the new WWE style, because she can't be as stiff or as hard hitting as she would be in Japan. So she's holding back. She's holding back a little bit. Maybe out not wanting to hurt Chelsea, or maybe because she's getting used to the style before fully committing to it. Either way, but it was fine. And honestly, if this is Julia holding back, I can't wait to see what she can do when she's more unleashed. Because this is very strong for Julia.
Yeah. Chelsea sold her ass off again.
Yeah.
Like when they showed the promo package of Julia, and then during entrance, I said I hope we don't get a watered down version of that, because she feels like a star, and I don't want to see. Maybe it is learning this new style. It's very understandable because WWE is its own world. Like,
yeah,
it's very much. There's nowhere else like it. It's a machine. Because but as far as this match goes, someone was able to post the full match on social media, proving it wasn't very long. Now, it didn't necessarily need to be all that long.
Speed.
But for it to be that short, and I thought maybe, because my second thought when Julia entered the ring was, this isn't going to last very long. But I thought it was just going to be a very quick squash, like a few exchanges and then the knee, and it's over. Yeah. Which I wouldn't have been totally against. I'm not usually a huge fan of squashes, but if there's one person that can recover from that, and well, it's Chelsea.
Absolutely.
It's Chelsea, and
it's Chelsea.
But yeah, because it essentially was a squash. Yeah. But Chelsea managed to really do was throw it over at the announce table.
Yeah.
But it made Julia look strong, because it couldn't have gone the Ethan Page way of showing up and then straight first match is a title match. It couldn't have done that.
No.
Especially with building Julia as the next top star for NXT, the mountaintop of the women's division.
Yes.
That's what they're planning to do. Then I just thought it was a bit too short. Like, just either give them a banger or give them a squash. Timings bugged me a little bit.
I think one of the issues with, as you said, like if you were to bring Julia in and have her first match be for the world title, would be that she's probably, I mean, I could be wrong here, but I don't think she's that well known in America, particularly. Like, there's a reason why they didn't have Shinsuke go for the world title straight away. Like, Shinsuke had to work his way in first, because it's a thing with American crowds. Like, unless they're like die-hard wrestling fans, indie fans as well, like, they're not gonna be aware necessarily of Joshi wrestling, particularly. Like, being aware of New Japan's one thing. Like, having to search your way to get into Stardom or Tokyo Joshi or Gato Pro or whatever. Like, that takes a bit of dedication to try and find junior matches. Outside of New Japan Strong, which was featured on a little bit, you still have main work in Japan, in Stardom. Like, that was her main body of work. Like, if you... And I imagine most fans of WWE, and don't get me wrong here, I'm not saying as a generalization. Like, I think they're in their own bubble. I think if you're a WWE fan...
what I'm thinking.
Yeah, if you're a WWE fan, you probably only watch WWE.
Yeah. It's almost a stereotype because it's kind of true. In that, if you call yourself a wrestling fan, then there's a good chance you have a working knowledge of majority of companies in different places.
Or at least you know of
if you consider yourself to be if you consider yourself to be a WWE fan, there's a good chance that's all you've known. And it's just fine. At least you're going to live shows being a fan. You're supporting companies and supporting wrestlers.
Yeah.
And eventually when WWE bring these people in, you then know who they are.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I was thinking, is that there's a lot of just WWE fans in these shows.
Yeah.
Not a lot, but enough to the point where I don't watch anything outside of maybe WWE and TNA.
Yeah. That
might be your limit, because they're the two oldest companies in wrestling right now in America.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I think that's the main reason why you wouldn't do that straight away. And also the reason why I think Roxanne wins over Julia. Again, I think it's too early. I think it's too early. But we'll get into more on that in a future episode.
Yeah, maybe next week.
I mean, honestly, it's gonna be the one before the CW, because that's his own big season premiere show. So we'll probably get his own predictions thing for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, after this match, we go on to an interview, and my first note here is, who the fuck is Blake Howard? He's the interviewer guy, but I don't recall ever seeing him before.
I legitimately think his first episode was last week. But I don't know who he is either.
Fair enough. I don't remember seeing him at all. I don't really pay attention to it. It's just because it's who is that? I don't know your voice. I don't know your face. Like,
they call him the ace reporter. Like, okay, I don't know who you are, but all right.
Yeah.
Maybe WWE tend to hire a lot of sports analysts in the States. Maybe he's part of that world.
Maybe. Yeah.
Like Joe Tessa told me, but I think that's what it is, because that's who they tend to hire now, isn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, he's here interviewing Trick Williams backstage. Trick is determined to get his title back, and he wants it at the CW show. Cool. He wants the whole world to know what Pete Dunne is a Class A butch, so not bitch. Cool. And he will be the last standing tonight. Generic arse promo. Cringe. Yeah.
But
like, Trick,
don't say anything, Trick, please.
Trick, he can speak. Trick can speak. Absolutely. It's just these corny ass promos aren't cutting it.
Yeah. They probably are still on the bullet point promos.
Yeah.
Like,
get point A
or
across,
go full rock. Go full rock and right down your wrist.
You know, I want the NXT title tonight.
Yeah.
But no. Yeah, it's what it is, I guess. After this, we get a Twitter or X post, whatever it is, from Jordan Grace. She's working out at the PC and cutting a promo in an empty NXT arena. She says the Knockouts World title represents the best women's division outside of WWE.
Just say the best women's division in wrestling. Just say it.
That's a WWE line. They've told her to say that. They've told her you can't say it's the best division. You have to say it's the best division outside of WWE.
1,000%. That's exactly what they've done.
It's better than WWE.
Like, if you go back, I've said it before. Currently, the NXT Women's Division is better, but that is purely because of the depth. Like, match for match, the Knockouts Division is way better. The history is, I would say it's perfect, but nothing's perfect in wrestling.
Yeah.
Like, Cody Deaner is technically a Knockouts World Champion. Like, so it's not perfect by any stretch. But just say it, like, but I don't want to go on another rant about it, but it does really frustrate me.
So she says that legends and future Hall of Famers have held the title, and now she carries it on with pride. She claims she added more prestige to the title by beating more formidable opponents. And then I didn't catch the last bit of the promo because it's fucking cut off by Javon Evans, and it's fucking his graphics,
Yeah, it's like you never know who's going to get Javon.
And this week it was the TNA talent.
Yeah.
Just let her cut the fucking promo.
Yeah, it's one sentence. Like, let her finish.
Like, literally. Like, I didn't get the last sentence because I had no idea what she said at the end.
Get rid of it.
It might have been the best thing that I ever heard. I don't know. I'll never know now.
Unless she was singing Javon's theme, then that might be.
Maybe she was, yeah.
Everybody going, that boy's bouncy.
So yeah, after this, we move on to Mike's favorite part of the show. It's Lexis King getting the worst haircut known to man.
Oh,
have you seen this?
That beard was talked about in the group chat.
Yeah. Yep.
We had a discussion in the group chat.
We did. We absolutely did.
Oof.
So Lexis brags about his beard. Why? It also shows a TikTok from the Intellectuals, which is obviously Mike's alternate TikTok account, which literally just shows highlights of 3 matches against Dante Chen, Eddie Thorpe, and the awkward sloppy pin of Oro Mensah. What a highlight reel.
Honestly, Mike, you've got to put highlights together. It needs to be snappier highlights.
Yeah. Like, that pin? Really? Oro, that's a highlight?
Ugh.
Anyway.
It's just dying.
Speaking of Oro, Lexis turns his chair to admire the atrocity on his face when in comes Oro Mensah to punch him square in the jaw. I like that. And then the camera cuts out after.
Yeah.
So, my question for you is this the same barber as Carmelo Hayes?
That's exactly what I was just going to ask. I was... Precisely what I was going to ask. Was that Carmelo's barber? I think it was.
We need answers. You know, like we need to know: is this Trick's barber, Carmelo's barber? Is this the NXT barber? Like, how's it work? Like,
I bet it's just a barber shop like around the corner from the PC.
It might be, honestly.
It's probably just isn't.
But no, after that, we go to the NXT Women's Locker Room. So at this point, Javon has been in the ring for a little bit. The NXT Women's Locker Room is here, and they're warming up for something. I don't know what they're warming up for. Assumably some sort of race to find out who fights Jordan Grace in that open challenge. I don't know what else they're preparing for.
I really did like this, that they made it feel like a big deal, but why are they all warming up? Like, only one of you can do this. Like,
yeah.
Was it a race? I want to know, was it a race to the ring? They should have made it a race to the ring.
Literally, I won't mind that.
I need to see that footage. Like, did they race to the ring? And it would make sense that
They must have. Like, what reason do they have to be warming up? Oh, is it me? That
I liked it a lot. They made it feel like a big deal.
yeah.
I'm really happy with that.
But there are some people here who don't necessarily care about all that, and they come in. It's fatal influence. That they mock everyone pretty much. But my girl, the future of women's wrestling, Lola Vice, stands up for the locker room, gets in GT's face, stand down in shoes, and is broken up. Cool.
Yeah, all right. That's what we're doing. I yeah.
It'll be a good match this week. It's fine.
Yeah.
Because Lola Vice. Lola Vice is great. Move on now to, they said it again, the NXT Heritage Cup Championship. Yeah.
Both.
Make up your mind.
Both.
Like, can the holder wear the trophy around his waist?
Ugh. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I do like that they're using a trophy instead of a title. I do like that, and they make it feel.
Absolutely.
But it still bugs me.
Do you remember, like, back in the day, like Progress, when they started, like Progress Wrestling, the world title was a staff.
Yeah.
The titles were shields.
Wasn't the Proteus title, or the Proteus or Atlas title, was it the medal? I'm remembering.
It was the Atlas, yeah. Initially, it was medal, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Proteus was very new. Proteus was like, it had a thing like the champion chooses stipulation for matches, and that was it.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Heritage Cup Championship now. Champion Charlie Dempsey, along with the Ren QCC, against Javon Evans, who is with Uncle City. Of course, British rounds format, 3-minute rounds, 6 rounds, best out of 3 essentially. Round 1 ends in a stalemate, so it's 0-0. In round 2, Dempsey gets a fall with a dragon suplex. It's 1-0 Dempsey. We lose about 2/3 of the third round to an ad break. But when we come back, Javon gets a fall with a springboard spinning splash. It's 1-1. Round 4, another stalemate, 1-1. Round 5 sees Dempsey pick up the pinfall following Tavian Heights' return and a beautiful bait-to-bait spinning suplex. 2-1 Dempsey. And Dempsey wins. And retains. I rated this, bear with me, 4.25 stars. This was a very strong match. And honestly, it was only strengthened by the British rounds format. And, like, I was reading Crazy Match after I'd done my review. And it was like, people are hating on it because the rounds format ruined the match. It didn't. It adds more to it. It adds more to the match. Like, it depends on who you got in the match, obviously. But when you got Charlie and Javon, like, it works tremendously. Like, it's done properly here. And, like, it's like polar opposite styles here as well. Dempsey's, keep to the ground, technical style against Javon's high-flying, death-defying Daredevil style. Where it's like, he Javon's got to work to Charlie's standard because Charlie's the one bringing control of the match and bringing him down to his level, like, to the ground, to do groundwork. Like, there's a lot of in-ring psychology here, which is what I love. I loved it. I absolutely loved this match.
It was a banger. I mean, the British rules thing, it's WWE's take on the British rules.
Yeah. Because
standard British rules, I believe, no climbing the ropes and no running.
Yeah, it's also 5-minute rounds in traditional British rules. Yeah.
But it does add something different other than, because it's still the same amount of time. It's still the same amount of time for a standard match. Mm-hmm. So, but it adds something to it in that, you're pinning them with 5 seconds to go and you can still win. like 5 seconds left, and you're getting a pin count. Like you can still win the match with 5 seconds left.
Yeah.
It works really well, and yeah, these two just banger. It might be one of my favorite matches for the cup I've seen on TV.
Yeah.
In a very long time. Tavon coming back popped me. Because when they're walking to the ring, I thought, where's Tavon? Isn't supposed to be back this week?
Mm-hmm.
And then I cannot wait to see the NQCC in full swing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I said ages ago, they could go so many different directions with this group now. Tavon's back.
Mm-hmm.
Even I did Ren to it, because as I said during the N1, Kaiji Muto, Great Muta, put over Tavon huge.
Yeah, he did.
Like he loved Tavon Heights. That could add so much to it if they have to reference that, because that is insane for Tavon, who is still so new to wrestling. It cannot wait to see this group, but this match, it still frustrates me that there was a break, and we only got 4 seconds left of the round. Okay, we saw the important part, but yeah, but bang, as I said, my favourite TV match for the Heritage Cup in a long time.
Yeah. Also, one of these days they're gonna have the ad break play through a pin. Like one of these days, a full round will end in an ad break.
Yeah. Do the picture-in-picture stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose on the network it's a bit more difficult.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah.
Because even
yeah.
I was just going to say, even when it's supposed to be 30 minutes ad-free, if you watch on the network, you still got adverts.
Yeah, that's fair. But after this we get a vignette with dolls and a dollhouse. Rosemary is the voiceover for this, saying that the Hive want to know why she's aligned with Wendy Chu, and that there are reasons for it, one of which will reveal tonight, and the other next week, as well as another being a warning aimed at Lyra Valkyria and Tatum Paxley, warning them that while they have made their bed, they haven't looked under it. You don't know you don't know what's waiting behind that door, and a lot can go wrong when you wake up on the wrong side of the bed. But what's scarier than that? Not having anyone to play with. And then Rosemary and Wendy destroy the dollhouse. I'm gonna be honest. I don't get it. I don't enjoy it. I don't like. This is, to me, it was gobbledygook.
This is excuse me. This is textbook Rosemary. This is what she's been doing for so long. But as I said, when Rosemary first came, or last week was Lyra, and what Rosemary does is incredible, considering TNA's budget.
Yeah.
Now they've got the WWE budget to do this stuff, to go like the Hardys one. I can't remember any words today.
The Compound.
Yeah, but because obviously for Jeff Hardy it was the final deletion. I can't remember what they called it for Matt Hardy and Bray.
Oh.
It was different.
But
yeah, it was something different. She has the mower of lawns and all that stuff. But I said the budget is what's important here, and this is what Rosemary is so good at. Yeah, it does, and it doesn't always make complete sense.
Yeah.
Rosemary does use cryptic words, but I wasn't very cryptic. We knew what we were talking about, at least.
Yeah.
We knew what was gonna happen. Especially if you'd watched TNA the week before, then it was kind of clear what was probably going to happen.
Mm.
But I'm so down for whatever these two have, and obviously we've got. I'll get to that in a little bit, because the match hasn't happened yet. That's going to happen. That's the easy part, but yeah, it's yeah, I want whatever this is going to lead to. I'm hoping it leads to the Undead Realm at Halloween Havoc. As if TNA allow them to use it, because TNA, if I'm aware, have trademarked the Undead Realm.
Fair enough. Yeah, I just didn't find myself really enjoying it too much and not really understanding it because I'm not too familiar with Rosemary's work, which is still me, obviously. But yeah, just for me, it's not hitting. I don't know what it is. I can't get behind characters like who do the whole spooky stuff.
Yeah,
It's a bit too.
very.
And obviously, I'm not saying it as a detriment to anyone, but I find it a bit unserious. I find it a bit goofy.
Yeah, you really do have to suspend your disbelief for this kind of stuff. If you can, if it's something you can like do to that extent, like, you know, I've Rosemary though she's constantly in character unless she's not.
Yeah.
Like, but if she's not, that's not Rosemary. Like, if you see Rosemary without makeup, then that's Courtney Rush. Like, Rosemary stays in character for everything.
Yeah.
And it's honestly one of the best characters TNA's had in maybe the last 10 years.
That's fair. That's fair enough. By the way, it's called the Ultimate Deletion. Matt and Gray.
Ultimate Deletion.
Yeah, I'll look it up on my phone.
Yeah. Higher budgets is what this. I can't wait to see with this stuff. I love the spooky woo woo stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, speaking of spooky woo woo, we get an interview next with Ethan Page.
It's spooky woo woo.
Ethan's asked who he's rooting for in the last standing match. He says that he's figured out Pete Dunne and Trent Williams won't be able to catch lightning in a bottle twice. So who is he rooting for? Himself. This is the thing.
Bravo.
He's such a good character. He can do promos tremendously. He's a great talker, good wrestler. So why the fuck is he being treated like a joke? I don't get it.
Yeah. So nice.
It's the agenda. It's the agenda because he's ex-AW.
Yeah, I fully believe that.
Like, I don't see a reason for it. Anyway, so October 1st, big HCW show. We've got CM Punk announced for it. He's going to be there. But now we also confirmed that Bianca Belair will be there, and so will Jade Cargill. I think that's.
They're really trying to sell this show, aren't they?
They really are.
They're really trying to get everyone they can possibly get to the show so they can sell tickets.
Absolutely. We should go there to get tickets ourselves and to go there.
Oh.
Where are we tonight, Craig? Where is your cargo?
Probably after sneaking a suitcase, I got a passport at the minute. Probably a suitcase.
That's probably a bit of an issue. It's fine. I'll put it in my suitcase.
Yeah.
Oh.
Carry on. Yeah.
Yeah. After this, we go into the NXT North American Championship match. Over me against a mystery opponent. The mystery opponent is revealed to be none other than TNA's Hammerstone. And my first note here is, oh boy.
Huge pop.
What, from you or the crowd?
Both. Hey.
So yeah, Oprah wins with the pop-up powerbomb. I rated this 2 3/4 stars. This was surprisingly short and also surprisingly quite one-sided. Hammerstone didn't get much offense in, and I don't know. I think people, most people, especially me, wanted a hoss match out of this. literally, to quote the meme, two big guys slapping meat. Like, this is what I wanted to see from these two. Instead, what we got was a one-sided affair, pretty much. It was like, oh, Owen's dominating it, but look how resilient he is. Like, but Hamilton's not really showing a case of what he can do.
Nah.
So I wanted more than what I got from this, which is why I rated it quite low.
Yeah, that's a very fair point. It's first of all, genuine surprise,
Yeah.
and I loved it. Like, even though I went on social media afterwards and like before the show started, people were like news sites were saying that's happening. They're like, oh, okay, well at least I didn't see that
I
because
did see a few Zions for him as well in the crowd.
like, yeah, but they could be plants, so you know.
I mean, they are plants. We know
Probably
that.
the plant. Yeah. Yeah, very cool. Like, honestly, it took me a second to figure out the music. Like, I know that music. Where do I know it from? And then I saw the H. Like, oh shit, it's Hammerstone. But yeah, the match. Oh, I think timing was the issue here. It should have. It needed a little bit longer. But again, the fact I didn't expect Hammerstone to win. I had no real feeling that Hammerstone was going to get anywhere near to winning it.
Yeah.
He put over down with a chokeslam, which I thought was very cool.
Yeah.
But that was pretty much it. He tried to go for the Nightmare Pendulum, which isn't really his finisher all that much on weekly TV. Like, he mainly used the torture rack, but I guess putting over the torture rack might cause a few problems.
A little bit.
Like, I can't imagine that one looking all that great, and that's the problem with the torture rack.
Yeah.
As we discussed many times.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why Lex Luger never did it on Yokozuna.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Yeah, like, see, what tricked me is that during the NXT Anonymous post video, I didn't think Hamilton was that tall.
Not even I. But that could be just a screen, like, distorting it.
Yeah, it might have magnified him a little bit, but like, it's 3 months. I didn't think he was that tall, but you know what? It popped me because, like I said, I didn't expect it. Hammerstone is a beast, and I want a longer match, and it's not who I expected it to be from TNA.
Yeah, like, I mean that's one of the main things too. Why it sort of went under the radar a little bit in regards to. I mean, I wasn't expecting it. I don't think you were necessarily. Like I said, I assumed it was Omos because I wasn't thinking TNA for this.
See, I convinced myself that it wouldn't be anyone from TNA, so kind of let that. I put my expectations low, but it exceeded the expectations massively.
Mine were low. Like, I thought it was Omos.
Yeah.
Like, mine were low.
Hammerstone, who unfortunately has lost his first name in TNA.
Yeah, I did notice that. Yeah, I was going to ask if you knew the history behind that as to when he lost it.
I don't know. It might have something to do with the fact that there's Audie and Alexander on the roster.
Ah, okay.
But I don't necessarily know because, I mean, we're going to have 2 Zayas soon. So I don't know, but yeah,
they both battle it out to, you know, the winner gets to keep the name.
Well, we know who's winning that. Who's a half decent wrestler.
That's just offensive to the other one.
I mean, That was a word not decent. Word. Like the person who is the best wrestler. Like,
Zack Sabre Jr.
with his first name Zaya.
Ah, okay. Fair enough. Zaya Brookside, obviously.
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. Do yourself a favour. Do yourself a favour and go and watch Ash by Elegance versus Zaya Brookside from this week's episode of TNA. Do yourself a favour.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to do it. You can't make me.
Just use matchsticks, keep your eyes open.
After that match, we go backstage to everyone's favourite, Tank. They're here and they're angry at Gaz Anderson. Rightfully so. So am I. I hate them. And are complaining to Robert Stone and Stevie Turner. Stone says that he'll speak to Ava about it, and we get a honk honk for troubles. I love him. I love him so much.
Was it Stevie who stopped him doing the honk honk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boo!
Oh my goodness, this is just. I love silliness in wrestling, and this had it.
Yeah.
Yes, just everything about that. Yes.
Can we get a big four-way faction, like Tank, Stevie, and Stone?
Stevie Turner plays that role so well. I didn't know much about her.
So all five red.
No. Let's add Santino and Aaron Bass in there as well, and let's just go for the funniest group of wrestlers.
A honk.
What? Cobra!
Craig, no. Craig, don't do it.
The most devastating in all of sports entertainment.
Of course. Though, in that same camera roll, we get Chase U, who are fired up. Duke Hunter's fired up, and he's ready to take on Ridge Holland, and claims that we're giving Ridge a Chase U size ass whooping. Yeah, Chase U. But before that, we go back to the NXT Women's locker room. They're still preparing for something. But in comes Ren Sinclair, who teases Target in Kalani's belt. But Kalani rebuttals her and tells her to worry about Jordan Grace. Jordan Grace, there we go. Then in comes Jada Parker, who's looking for fatal influence. But they're not in the locker room. Then she gets into a minor spat with a load of ice and then walks off.
Alright.
I think Kalani says, like, do you need any help or something? And then Jada says, I'm not looking for help. I'm looking for them.
Yeah, about 10 minutes too late.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't. Where do you think they're going to be? There's one locker room for the women. Where do you think they're going to be? They're not going to be in the parking lot, are they?
In a car park, obviously. In Ava's office. Like, do you remember the Just Bring It game on PS2? I'll Just Bring It.
Yes.
And you know the story
Yes.
mode? You know the story mode? Where you run
Yeah.
around the venue, try and find your tag partner or an opponent or something like that. Like, imagine that with Jada. Like, running around the venue with bat in hand, trying to have better influence. Like, just go, JC,
I mean, not as good as Here Comes the Pain, but yeah.
Oh, I'm a shut your mouth guy. I prefer that game to Here Comes the Pain. It goes, shut your mouth, Here Comes the Pain, for me. And then the first SVR.
Yeah. Just, shout out those games. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
The best wrestling games.
Absolutely. I love them. But yeah, so after that, we go into the next match tonight, which was Ridge Holland taking on Duke Hudson of Chase University. This is all like Vogue.
Smash him in the face, dude.
It's all like Vogue. Vogue.
Random Vogue, why not?
We're going off the rails here. So yeah, Ridge wins with the Redeemer. I rate 2.5 stars. It was pretty much exactly what's in the tin. A standard match with some heat for which got it going. It was fine, and it was short, which was exactly which is pretty much the correct amount of match I need to see from this. I assume the next step for this is going to be Ridge going after Riley, and then we'll get the return of Andre. After that, we get a post-match beatdown and another Redeemer on a barricade on Duke, with a screaming Thea in the background.
Like, why didn't Thea just kick him in the balls?
I don't know.
That would have stopped it.
Yeah.
Like, it's right there. Yeah, it was. For this one, I had to remind myself: story over match quality, because that's what this is about. I wanted Duke to win. Riley. Did Riley just trip, or was he pushed into a barricade?
Pushed.
Yeah. Like, see, one thing that problem I have is that we know there's plastic, as barricades are plastic.
Mm-hmm.
I don't find out, but I don't know how much they hurt, really.
Yeah.
That's one problem with it.
I think it has quite a bit of give, you know.
Yeah. Given that if you so much as bump into it, it falls over.
Yeah.
Like, again, yeah, it was very much story over match quality. Still decent. Like, the whole point is you want to see Ridge lose, but he's not going to yet. He's not going to lose yet.
No.
If they had Ridge do all that just to lose to Duke Hudson in the first match, just throw it all away. Like, everything was pointless. Taking on the tag titles, pointless.
But now it means he can lose to Riley Osborne. Obviously.
Go on.
Go on, right?
It was.
Go on, Josh Terry.
It was. It was fine.
Yeah. After this, we go to Pete Dunne, who's ready for a scrap, and he'll be the last man standing, and he's got a black eye, like there.
Yeah. Hey, shout out Pete Dunne. Like, he just competed in a fatal 4-way. Like, got kneed in the face by Sheamus, causing a black eye.
Yeah.
Then got hit by Sheamus again. Like, and then took a flight, like, from a different country, even though it's North America. And then competed in the last man standing. Shout out Pete Dunne. He's on form.
Yeah. And he's in this show's main event.
Yeah. 2 main events in 2 nights.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Pete Dunne.
Shout out Pete Dunne. So on the note you said earlier of them trying to sell the CW show, it's revealed that an edition of Miz TV will also be on the NXT CW show.
I'm worried that because we all know what the IWC is like. If there's one row of empty seats, or they put on social media, or can't sell this, can't sell that. Like, see, I do worry that they're not going to sell this out.
They won't have to.
Because
they won't have to. It's free. The thing is, I'm fairly certain that it's free entry for the fans.
That's very silly if it is.
I think it is
Like, that is
free,
very
or at
sick.
least a section of it is free.
Yeah, like it's
'Cause it's like I said before, like when NXT UK was a thing, I was regularly invited to their tapings in London, and it was free entry.
yeah, yeah. It, like, I'm just worried that it's just because that's the risk you run with arenas.
Mm-hmm.
Like TNA have learned this in the hard way,
Yeah.
and typically NXT do well, but only when there's a night of WWE either side,
Yeah.
like of Raw, SmackDown, or something either side.
Oh, of course. Sorry. Yes. The CW show is not in the PC, is it?
No, it's the Allstate.
That's right. So I forgot about that.
Yeah, no, it's on on sale a lot. Like it's it's I really want to do well on this, but if they're still advertising tickets with 2 weeks to go,
Yeah.
I mean, it's still enough time. But the fact you have to bring in CM Punk, The Miz, Bianca Belair, and Jade Cargill, and maybe someone else, and for the St. Louis show, you've got to bring Randy Orton in.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, and it's not like they can do two for the price of one, or like for 2 nights,
Yeah. Very true.
because they're having a big place.
Yeah. Yeah. That's something to look forward to, I guess. We go back to commentary. Victor and Booker T, who recount what we've just seen pretty much, between Pete Dunne and the Miz TV announcement. When suddenly they're cut off by Wesley, who issues a challenge to Zachary Wentz on the CW show in a Chicago street fight.
All right,
Can we make it?
I've got a feeling.
Can we actually keep it true to the name and make it a fucking street fight? Like, fight on the street.
I've got a feeling because as we record tonight is Victory Road, and Zachary Wentz is defending his X-Division Championship against people like Bailey.
Yeah.
I've got a feeling we'll get a Wesley appearance.
Yeah, I do too.
Not costing the match.
Probably
because
afterwards.
I think, yeah, just to build up a bit more because.
So on that note,
Because
is the street fight going to be for the X Division title on CW?
no, because I think Wesley wins this one, meaning we need a third match, and then depending whether I don't know necessarily now if it's going to be a Rascal triple threat or just a one-on-one match at Battle for Glory for the X Division title.
Fair enough.
I think it'll have a Battle for Glory.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Like, tie it up and then because Wes hasn't beaten him to warrant a title shot.
No.
He needs to beat him to sell it to get a title shot.
That's fair enough, yeah. So, after this, we go to the TNA Knockouts World Championship Open Challenge. Champion Jordan Grace is taking on a mystery opponent. Who's it going to be from the plethora of women that are about to be preparing and warming up? Turns out it's none of them. It's Sol Ruka, who enters the search people Hawaii 5-0, apparently. But yeah, I'm down for this completely. Of course, Jordan wins via DQ when Rosemary and Wendy attack Jordan, putting her to sleep and laying her out. I rate this 3 stars. I enjoyed what I saw from her and Sol. Both got a chance to shine, and it felt like they had good chemistry in the ring. So I like to see them compete on a bigger stage where they have an actual match with actual length and an actual ending, and not one to further progress the story involving someone else. But it is what it is. And they're building more of a TNA storyline here, so I'm down for that as well. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, when Sol came out, I was like, okay, because I thought it would be Wendy Chu answering, but it makes sense why she didn't now.
Yeah.
Now, because again, Victory Road, Jordan Grace is facing Wendy Chu for the Knockouts World title tonight at Victory Road. Yeah, so come out. Yeah, down for it. What they are to put out there, given the times they had for everything. But it's something I want to see more of. I want to see the full match now. I'm getting happy they're building more of a storyline between the two companies, because Wendy Chu attacking Jordan on TNA week before, and now get Rosemary involved in having Wendy Chu choke out Jordan. Again, not for very long.
No.
Like for the second time, not.
That's how offensive it is, Craig.
Yeah. But now, we've got Wendy Chu, Jordan Grace tonight. Interesting on TNA this week. Jordan Grace went to Ariana Grace backstage. Jordan claiming that there are loads of people from NXT who are welcoming TNA, but Wendy Chu isn't one of them because she attacked Jordan twice. Ariana said Wendy Chu isn't here, so you have to worry about that. And I promise you nothing bad will happen when you defend your title against her. Wendy Chu responded on social media stating that I don't care if I'm not welcome. I'll be at TNA, and I have more friends than you think. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I think Havoc's done with TNA, to be honest.
Bring back Decay.
So I'm all down for the storyline, because when I saw the match graphic for Victory Road, I put it on social media, I said this is more like it.
Yeah.
It's a name majority of the crowd in TNA will know, because she's been around in NXT for a while. And I'm finally, this is more like it. We're building it more.
But she's no Brittany Reese.
Or Karen Petrovich.
You know, or what's her face? Izzy Dame.
Yeah. Or Tatum Paxley.
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, I'm really happy that they've built a title match, a TNA Knockouts World title match for a TNA pay-per-view, PLE, on a WWE TV show. This is more like it.
Yeah.
This is what should be happening.
Yeah.
And again, I don't know if we're reading too much into it. Again, on TNA, Jonathan Gresham had a video package, and they showed a lot of footage from this match with Charlie Dempsey.
Yeah.
Where Jonathan Gresham pinned the current NXT Heritage Cup holder.
Did happen, it's fine. Did happen. Retcon. Did happen, you know, like, get the Men in Black, you know, like, did happen.
Yeah.
After this, we go backstage. Tatum Paxley's here with Live Valkyria at Tatum's dollhouse. Tatum's got a doll for all the wrestlers, apparently. Lyra wants Tatum to focus on the oncoming issue in Rosemary and Wendy. However, all Tatum can focus on is her dolls and her emotions. Tatum says that Wendy has only been using her for the title belt, and Lyra replies, "Deadpan, imagine that." Tatum then snaps the head of the doll and freaks out, and Lyra calms her down. That's pretty much it.
I really enjoyed this very short segment, but I really enjoyed it. Like, even though I'm pretty sure in that promo package from Rosemary and Wendy Chu, they smashed that doll's house.
Yeah.
Rosemary put her foot through the doll's house.
Yeah.
Like, What's happening here?
It's Wendy's dollhouse.
Yeah, okay, let's go over. But yeah, and just the way Lyra was trying to like take him down, like trying to fix the head of the doll.
Yeah.
And
Couldn't do it.
I did like how like. Also, I want to know, did Tate and Patsy buy those figures of those wrestlers? Because they were the licensed WWE figures. Did she buy them?
Maybe. Talent spending money on their own dolls.
Yeah. They're very exciting. I'm excited to see what. Obviously, we know what's going to happen. We know we've got the tag team match next week, but
yeah,
I want to see how where it progresses because we have to go to Halloween Havoc with this one. Have to.
Yeah, absolutely. But after this, we move on to another backstage segment. We see Ava and Julia talking, but more importantly, Julia's translator's there, and it's fucking Funaki.
Oh my god!
SmackDown #1.
Next to Hammerstone. Next to Hammerstone, that's the biggest pop of the night.
Yeah.
Yes. Also, great. I guess is it long-term storytelling because Funaki was the translator for Asuka.
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah. They're just yes. Always happy to see Funaki on TV.
Yeah, absolutely.
Always.
#1 NXT translator.
I really wish he was wearing a SmackDown t-shirt there. That wouldn't be unusual.
Oh,
yeah, fantastic.
If he's wearing that on NXT, and it was like, what are we wearing that for?
I still think it's such a shame that Funaki did not win the 24/7 title.
Seems like a missed shot, doesn't it? A missed opportunity.
Yeah. That was insane. But yeah, just yes.
Yeah. Funaki is translating for Junior, but in comes Roxanne Perez. Roxanne is surprised there has been more fanfare for Julia, that no red carpet, given how everyone is bending over backwards for her. Roxanne also says that Julia will not be taking her division from her. Funaki goes to translate this, and Julia's like, no, I got this. And Julia says that she understands and interprets it as Roxanne being scared. And she understands why. But Roxanne denies it, and then there's a stare down, and it gets broken up. Again, Julia was born in England, in the UK. Yeah. She knows English. She was here for a couple of years in her life.
That's very good English for someone who needed a translator for WWE.
Yes.
Who thought needed a translator. That's very good English.
Yes.
One of the most English speakers.
Yes. And again, I'll keep doing the comparisons. Like when Asuka came in, when Kairi Sane came in, when Io Shirai came in, they needed translators. They needed, because their English wasn't the best, and naturally so, because they were purely in Japan, raised in Japan, wrestled in Japan. With the occasional, maybe the occasional like American tour, or European tour, or whatever. But 95% of the time, Japan. So, they didn't have the exposure to the English language. Julia did.
Well, maybe it's just an excuse to get Funaki on TV.
I mean,
that's fine.
I found that too.
Yeah, that's fine. All right. If Julia's a translator, just get Funaki on screen, fine.
Yeah. But yeah, so obviously just building towards CW show with them too. Should be a very good match. After this, backstage still, Brooks Jensen confronts Craig's friend Dion Lennox about Dion's comments last week about gaslighting. Before Dion can explain himself, he gets cut off by Sean Spears. Sean then tells Brooks that Dion is trying to tell him how to think, whereas Sean will let him feel how he wants to feel and think how he wants to think. Cool. I mean, we're seeing a bit, we're seeing a bit more, I guess, of that manipulation that Sean does.
See, because of the gaslighting, I don't know if Sean Spears is actually injured or not. It could genuinely not be injured, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
Like, don't gaslight me, Sean. Like, are you hurt or not?
Tell us. Show us your arm. Take the cast off.
Wave your arm a little bit.
But no, after this, I've got to cover a segment that I don't want to cover, but I've got to for the sake of being thorough. So backstage, Eddie Thorpe is surrounded by women. Okay, then in comes Ashante. He comes in and he's offended that women are surrounding Eddie Thorpe, and he questions Eddie, and he says he sees right through him. So, in all fairness, not as bad this week for Ashante.
But still weird. Like,
yeah.
What does he call him? DJ.
I never get it. I never hear it, or hear a DJ.
I don't. It's gonna drive me insane. I can't think of words.
Okay, well, anyway.
Yeah, I'll Google it.
Yeah, so as I said, not as bad for Ashante this week, and that's literally all I have on a segment.
Just, dude, no more, please.
Just, stop being you. Be someone else. Do a different character, please.
Anything.
But yeah, after this, we move on and we cleanse our palate with the main event for the NXT Championship #1 Contenders match in a last man standing stipulation. Pete Dunne and Trick William. Trick wins after surviving a Russian leg sweep off of the balcony into a table, and also bent by Ethan Page onto the announce table, which I thought was fucking ridiculous.
A table that had foam underneath it.
Yes, I won't gonna mention that, but yes.
I'm gonna mention it. You've got to hide this shit. Like, I get it, protect them, but hide it better.
Yeah.
Also, where was this table earlier in the show? Like when during the North American title, the Heritage Cup match, Devon dove over the ring post, which by the way is Leon Slater's move, but we'll move on.
Yeah.
And really hits himself in the steel chairs by the balcony.
Yeah.
But you add the tables in for the main event, we know it's going to happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
I rated it 3.5 stars. It was an enjoyable main event. Enjoyable last man standing match too. It can be very easy to lose at the pacing of the match with these matches, and completely derail it as well. However, this match was done fine. It was done correctly, and there was no real slowing down here either. The action went all over the ring area, including that weird corner platform balcony thing, where people cut promos sometimes.
Yeah, he just appeared that.
Yeah. It was a good use of the step, but I do wish Pete had won, or we'd gotten some sort of tie or draw to make it a three-way at the HCW show. But no, we're going straight back to Trick, and we're getting Trick and Ethan at the CW show.
I didn't rate this match at all.
Oh, you didn't?
I didn't like it. It just... It felt too choreographed.
That's fair.
It just wasn't... For me, like, these matches in general, when it's... it's essentially false count anywhere, but it's just the furthest you go is ringside. Or maybe into the crowd if you're lucky. It really frustrates me, especially after last week. They were brawling all over the PC, but no, the like the ring area can contain him apparently.
Right.
Like it I didn't like it. When Ethan Page came out, there's no rules in this match, so why didn't Page just pick Pete Dunne up?
Yeah, true.
If you wanted Pete to win that match, you could have picked him up. But
I'm
don't.
not a fan of the way they keep making him look, Ethan. Like, he is the butt of the joke here.
Yeah.
Like, he's like,
Yeah.
Pete, come on, get up, Pete. Come on, Pete. I don't want Trick to win. Come on, Pete. And he's like, I've got to hit a trick. Goes to hit trick. Oh no, into that table. Like it just.
Oh.
I'm over it now.
Yeah.
It was fine with Oro Mensah, do it once or twice, whatever. But now it's everyone. Now it like, I know Trick's the overall good guy of NXT, but it's just, I don't know, man. I'm just sick of your world champion being treated like this. Like,
well, it was
I'm sure
nice
he's fine
run.
with it. I'm sure he's fine with it because he's getting paid 6 figures or 7 figures, whatever it is, to be on NXT. But I don't know. It's just, I want more for Ethan Page. I want to see a ruthless Ethan Page. It's like, people don't like it, right? But I genuinely really enjoyed Robert Roode's, Bobby Roode, sorry, and the title reign. I really enjoyed it because it showcased what he could do, and it weren't treated like a joke either.
Yeah. Like I said, I just didn't rate this match. In general, I'm kind of over trick matches. His match with Pete Dunne was the best one I've seen for a long time. The first one against Pete.
Yeah.
This match won it for me.
Fair.
Because, again, it just felt too choreographed. Like, they went up to the balcony, oh no, it's going to happen here. I would have liked to have seen, so other than Cyrus next week, the same thing we saw last week. And also, I don't understand how Pete takes the worst of that. Like, how's Pete not can't make back up his feet? It's the same move, and Trick was getting battered throughout this match.
But also, it was Pete's move, not Trick's. Like, Pete was the one who initiated the move.
Yeah.
So I also don't get it.
If you're gonna do something like that, a Cyrus leg sweep isn't the move.
Yeah.
Because it just looks a bit basic. Like, he could have done the better end.
Yeah.
I'd say it's got the same impact. He's still falling from the same height. He's not throwing you anything. He's not throwing you.
No.
He's still falling.
Yeah. But also, like if both of you fall through a table, or both of you go from a certain height onto the floor, or again through a table, or whatever, like the wrestling tradition is that neither of you answer the count. Like, the whole point of a big spot is that both of you can't answer the count. That's the whole point. Like, so you do that spot, neither of you are getting up. It's a freeway at CW.
Yeah.
Like, give Pete something out of this. Like,
Yeah, Pete deserves a bit more.
Yeah.
Like, he's working his ass off.
Because on the note, though, I would like to see him and Ty Dempsey. Pete and Ty Dempsey.
Yeah.
I would like to see that.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, I did not want it that much. Yeah. It's won it for me. And we know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
We know where this is going.
Yeah.
So here's Ethan. You basically the transitional champion.
I really want the surprise. I really want Ethan to retain. I really want that surprise. It's like, it's very rare that I feel so actively against a world champion. Say against a challenger, sorry.
Yeah.
And it's just, I want the champ to retain here. I don't want, like, Pete, cost Trick the match or something, Bloodline cost Trick like that. CM Punk get involved.
I don't want Trick to win either.
Yeah.
But I feel like NXT don't know what else to do with him.
Yeah.
Like, he's even in the title picture, or they don't have a fucking clue.
Yeah. And it's like, you wouldn't necessarily know because you don't watch AEW. But it's a similar issue with Hook in AEW. In that Hook is always being put forward for the FCW Championship. And that's the only division he ever fights in. Yeah, that title was his.
I wonder why.
But it's...
I wonder why Taz's son's going to have the FTW Championship.
Yeah. But it's just... It's really awkward. And I stick by what I say when I say Trick's not really main roster. He needs a lot more development. He just does. Like, unless you put him with Carmelo Hayes and have him go back to being the hype man again, like, Trick's not ready for main roster.
No, he isn't, because, like I said, his matches don't go over 15 minutes unless there's more than one person, more than two people in that match.
Yeah.
So he can rest. Nah.
I don't know.
I really hope we get the surprise of Paige retaining.
Yeah.
Because
or even if
this reign is
Trick, like,
so forgettable.
Even if someone costs Trick, like, just
Yeah.
just Alexander.
Oh my goodness.
Like, have come in, help his friend Ethan, you know.
Like, honestly, after this week, I wouldn't be all that surprised anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, this match won it.
No.
And it's, again, this whole thing with Trick has been, it's blatantly obvious what they're going to do.
Yeah.
I said it was the Josh Alexander treatment of, oh, you discussed the title, but we're going to put this roadblock in your way. But at least Josh's roadblocks were way better. You know, he had Minoru Suzuki, he had Tomohiro Ishii, he had Charlie Haas, he had Khan, he had, I don't even know who else.
Yeah.
Like, just this ain't it.
Yeah, it's not it whatsoever. But on that amazing note, that ended NXT. Also, we are getting, as well, by the way, CM Punk is going to be on next week's show to offer something for CW, or to
Actual guest referee.
recommend something that he be the ref for Roxanne's match.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's going to do.
Yeah.
He's not hiding that, is he?
No.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
No.
Or maybe
Yeah, maybe. But
maybe his wife.
maybe. I don't know. It's good show overall. I enjoyed it for what it was, but I do get craze points. Match of the night was obviously for me Charlie and Javon.
Banger.
Yeah. And
After banger after banger.
surprisingly, not surprised at all. Week's match was Ridge and Duke. And of course, we give our new weekly award of worst haircut to Nexus King.
Yeah, that's one title he's been losing for a while. Like, the longest reign.
No, congratulations to
Longest
Nexus
reign
King.
in anything.
Yeah. And the only way you can lose that status is by coming on the show, Alexis.
Remind me to stay off that week.
Comes on without the sharp beard, like. But no,
Yeah.
that was the end of NXT, and that does bring an end to this show squared. We've been there for about an hour and a half, which is about half the time we are normally. I have been Dan, DP Dupreezy. This has been Mr. Impact Craig. Go follow his Twitter, which is just underneath his camera, just there. Over there, there it is. I believe it all has links to his YouTube and stuff, but as always, that'll be in the video description below as well. Go check out Craig, really. Like, great guy, great content, and, you know, show support because, you know, he's a big fan of sport.
Thank you.
And Tongaloa, unfortunately, but, you know, we'll past that. And of course, from our side of things,
Real tribal chief.
yeah, solo, not not lower.
Bring back Micah.
Micah, as in Stardom Micah.
As in The Rising, as in TNA, as in Tangaloa, as in Drew McIntyre and Alec Drake.
I thought you meant the far superior Stardom Joshi talent called Micah, who retired recently. Wait, no, she did. No, she didn't retire.
Or bring back Camacho.
Oh God.
So Camacho made a return to NXT last night, or Tuesday night. There we go. That's the headline. Camacho returns to NXT.
Of course, that's the highlight. Yes. While he's in while he's in Delulu land, please do follow the outlets below as well for the channel. Instagram, Facebook, and our Twitch. Twitter is still down at the moment, but there is some progress made on that front as of yesterday. So hopefully it might come back soon.
Fuck Elon Musk.
Exactly. I mean, no, we appreciate Elon Musk in this house because if we say that, then he might not approve the account restoration. I need the account back, please, Elon. But no, as also the video, please like, share, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment. It's all free, doesn't hurt no one, and it helps us immensely. But on that note, I've been Dan, this has been Craig, and I will bid you adieu. Fuck Tongaloa.